Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The wise and the otherwise that we are wise when our attention is on what is happening inside and we are aware about it. And we are otherwise when our attention is extrovert and we are trying to change the world. Therefore, how the knowledge takes place. Once we know about it, then we will know what is the meaning of the way the wise live in this world. See, whenever any knowledge takes place, how the knowledge exactly takes place. For example, this is a remote control. Now, how this knowledge takes place? First, this object is included in my mind. Unless anything is included in the mind, it does not exist for us. One example, here we don't have that problem. In India, we have that problem. People put garlands around our neck. And many a times, those garlands are so nice, fragrant, and live. There are caterpillars also on that. And they don't do it intentionally, but it happens. So they put the garland and it remains hanging there somewhere to keep, so keep it here. And it so happened one day when my lecture was going on, one sweet girl like the Shilpa, she came from the audience, climbed the stage, and everybody was surprised why she is going like this suddenly in the midst of the lecture. And they know I don't get disturbed. So she came and came close and I was talking. Why she has come, I had no concern. Why should I worry? This is one of the biggest spiritual practice. Never get bothered by anything else in this world. Why should we get bothered? Those who become miserable because of others, they are fools of the highest order. Make others miserable. You don't become miserable because of anybody. So she came and she came nearer and still I was talking and camera in front and she came like this. Swamiji, excuse me. I said, excuse. Do what? You want to kiss me in public? Kiss. No, Swamiji. There is a big caterpillar and it is climbing on your beard and it is going to enter in your ear and the caterpillar will get realization. Now the moment she told me that there is a caterpillar, then only it became a matter of concern for me, is it not? Till such time, I was not knowing it. It did not exist for me, is it not? So anything which enters in our mind, that alone exists for us. See? When we do not know, like one of my friend, he took his wife for a medical checkup and it so happened that there was a board. If you are 50 plus, you should check and take your stress test, that on that walking machine. You walk to reach nowhere, do that. So he thought anyway, till she gets examined, I got time, let me do that. And he did the test. And it was extreme emergency. Before the wife came out, the doctor told, get right into the operation theatre. It's a very great emergency. His heart was, arteries were blocked 95%. Only 5% normal. He said, any time you will conk off. See? He didn't know. Till then it was going on. The moment it was known, his whole life changed thereafter. Earlier, ha ha hoo hoo. Now, all the time, hoo hoo, hoo hoo. Getting down the steps, doctor advised me, I should not run. I should go. Till that moment, it was not known, ha ha. See, friends, anything which enters our mind alone exists. Clear? Now the second point. When this object enters our mind, how does this object enter? Does it enter like the food enters my stomach? No. Only that image of the object is formed on the mind, and the image is cognized by the mind. So what we really know is only the image. You know, ophthalmologically talking, how do we see an object? We don't see an object. The image of the object is formed on our retina, and that image is caught up by the mind, which is bathing in the light of consciousness. Then the knowledge takes place. This is such and such thing. So what we really see is not the object, but only the image of the object. Clear? Second point. Or third point. If you are standing before a mirror after you have taken a nice shower like I just now took, because of the hot water, there is steam everywhere. And you stand before the mirror, your image doesn't take place. Very hazy. So what you do? You have to clean that mirror. Even then it is not very clear. So our image depends on not only the object, but also the medium in which the image is forming. Is it not? Next point. When our mind is extremely dull-witted, like today 3:30 class, everybody was in a Shambhavi mudra. You know, this is Shambhavi, and you know the Shambhavi mudra means what? Shambhavi mudra is a term used in the Tantra Shastra regarding one of the meditation techniques. Shambhavi means what? Antarlaksha bahir drishti nimeshonmesha varjita sa Shambhavi mudra sarva shastreshu gopita. We are looking outside, but our attention is inside. That is called as Shambhavi mudra. So, here also in the afternoon class, as if everybody was listening to me, but attention was somewhere else. See? So, when our mind is dull-witted, impressions do not form clearly, and our cognizance of the things is clouded. See, you must have experienced this sometime. We read the same paragraph 10 times. I don't know what these people are writing. See, one of my book, when it was written, one lady who does editing work, she came. That is the routine. When the whole book is completed, now come for the first and the last time. I don't see second time the same book. It's a rule. So when she came, I said, now take the list. She took out the list. So many doubts, corrections to be done. So we sit together, page number 1, do this way, like that. Then she came to one paragraph, toward the end of the book. She said, Swamiji, this paragraph makes no sense. I don't understand what exactly you want to say. It is meaningless, I feel. I said, okay, let me read it. Then I read the paragraph. Swamiji, it is so meaningful. I said, why, what happened? I don't know. When I read, it was absolutely meaningless. But now it is really pertinent. It should be there. Sorry for troubling you. Then I asked her, when you are completing the editing part, this last portion, were you tired that time? You just wanted, and only last 5 pages are remaining, I'll finish it off and done. Exactly like this it has happened. So when your mind is dull-witted, comprehension is not correct. Now the third thing, not only the mind is dull-witted, but the mind is agitated also. See, like you are waiting on a railway platform in India, and you are waiting for your compartment to come, and you have got 3-4 luggage with you, and your wife who is most irresponsible, and your kids are running here and there, and you are trying to hold the kids, the wife, the luggage, and the compartment with the compartment. They are never in a sequence, Number 6 is first, number 2 is second, number like that. They are all confusing. You have to be very attentive. That is why Indians are always alert. You cannot take anything for granted in India. You have to be alert 24 hours. Here what happens, if the red signal is there, nobody will come. In India, people believe that human beings are more intelligent than the signals. So when they see there is nobody, there may be a red signal, who cares? We go away. See that intelligent living. So you are on that railway station in that condition. That time somebody comes and tells you, excuse me, you are going to Delhi. Will you please, give this letter to so and so? He'll come and collect from you. Okay. Do you think you'll remember anything? Because you are not available, extremely agitated. So what is the conclusion? Whatever is included in the mind, that alone exists for us. 2. If the mind where the things are to be included, if that mind is dull-witted, perception is ambiguous. If the mind is disturbed, the perception is not guaranteed. With this kind of mind, we study Gita. With this kind of mind, we do meditation. See? And then our struggle is what? Don't disturb. Meditation in progress. Take a detour. Switch off the lights. See? Don't talk. Observe silence. 2 months silence. And pay for that. Can there be more foolishness than this? The real silence is you stop talking to yourself, not to the world. You talk to the world. See? No, I am observing silence. Then what we do? We take a copy and a pencil with us all the time. I want a cup of tea. Add more sugar. You have added too much of sugar. Can there be a better cartoon than this of the so-called Maunam? Friends, silence is, Bhagavad Gita tells us very clearly, silence is the discipline of the mind, and it is not the discipline of the speech. See, it is said, Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samshuddhiritetat tapo manasa muchyate. This discipline is at the mind's level, not at the speech level. And what are those? Mana prasadaha. When you are absolutely cheerful and happy, only once you know the thing, and it is like a photographic memory. Perfect. Once only. See? One day it so happened, there was one girl who used to come for my lectures. She will come like this girl, taking the notes. And she used to take the notes so fast, and I felt that she is writing in, shorthand. So one day I called her. I said, "Hey, do you write in shorthand?" "Swamiji, from such a long distance, how do you know?" I said, "I got the ninth sense." "Don't worry. Is it true?" "Yes, I write in shorthand." I said, "Then what is your profession? Are you a secretary somewhere? Steno?" "Yes, Swamiji." I said, "Hey, you people must be having a very gala life, no problems at all. Do you have any sufferings at your professional level?" "Swamiji, we do have." I said, "Tell me, what are your problems?" "What can be a problem for a steno? Dictate, type, finish it off. Who cares what happened?" "No, you don't know our problems." "What is the problem?" "My problem is my boss." What does he do?" "He will press the bell." Those days, typewriter, computers were not come. He'll press the bell, I'll go. "Yes, sir." "Sit down, take the dictation." He'll put the, concern letter in front of me. This is the reference. With reference to letter number so and so, we are extremely thankful to you for selecting us for the execution of your job. Your job will be done on time. Thanks again for your kind, valuable order. So I take the dictation, go to my room. By the time I sit and fix the paper, again the bell goes trang again. "See that letter which I dictated you, cancel that. Take another dictation." Because of the constant electricity failure and the labor strike, we will not be able to supply the material as per your schedule. We will supply as per our schedule. However, you have to deposit 100% advance and suffer silently. Thanking you. Again I go back and put the paper and start cut. Again, come. "Yes. See, from tomorrow onwards I am going on leave for 2 months. Someone else is coming. So keep it postponed. Cancel that also." One later, how many actions you take on the same issue? See, friends, why this happens? Because our mind is absolutely unsteady. Only once, not twice. See what a joy it will be. And it is for this purpose that it is necessary that we must know how the knowledge takes place. See, if we really want to study scriptures like Gita, Upanishad, Patanjali, or meditation, whatever you want to study, it has to be done when we are at our best. Normally for us, studying Gita is what? Whole day we work like dogs or bullocks and come home and tired, and then the cup of tea in the left hand, right hand guitar, legs on the table, and bidi in the mouth. What did Krishna write? I don't know. Why didn't he write in English? In Sanskrit? Who knows Sanskrit? Anyway, try. With that mood, can anybody understand anything? We understand for learning useless topics like mathematics, physics, chemistry, computer science, botany, zoology, anatomy, physiology, embryology. For that we have to be clear, bright, brilliant. Then we can study. But when it comes to studying the scriptures, when we are not able to hear, we start going to satsang. When we are not able to sit, we sit for meditation. When we are not able to breathe, we want to do pranayam. When we forget, darling, will you give me lunch? You have eaten 6 times since morning. Okay, don't shout, I forget. That time, I want to remember Bhagavad Gita. Means what? When we are unfit for everything, we are fit for spirituality. See, friends, let us be very clear. When we really mean business on the spiritual path, what is required is our mind has to be quiet, alert, and vigilant. quiet mind we all get when we go to sleep. So we don't require quiet mind with sleep. Therefore, quiet mind, alert. And also vigilant. Is the mind going in the right direction or taking a tangent and disappearing somewhere? And in this manner, when we come to know the functioning of the mind, so first the mind has to be quiet, alert and vigilant. Is such a mind, when we interact, study, do anything in life, then our perceptions are very clear. Then we see what is. Then we don't see what we have decided to see. Friends, in this world, we don't see what is. We see what we have decided to see. And that decision to see in this world is based on the impression that we carry on our mind. See? Therefore, when we are interacting with the world, any object has entered in our mind in the form of an image. Now the next step is, when that object has entered in our mind, has it made a dent, a scar, or it has left wisdom behind? See, there are only two types of impressions formed on the mind. There is no third impression. Either we like or we don't like. And our mind thus have two grooves. And those two grooves of likes and dislikes have no reason, no logic, no nothing. And as we grow in our age, earlier those were two small thin lines. As we grow, and what is the growth in a prosperous society? Whatever I like, I will do. Whatever I don't like, I will not do. Whether it is right or wrong is not the concern. Concern is, I like, I don't like. Net result, these thin lines of likes and dislikes, they start becoming deeper, deeper grooves and ultimately valleys. And thereafter, our life is not an expression of wisdom, but our life is an expression of biasness influenced by the personal prejudice. And therefore, we don't see what is. We see what we have trained ourselves to see. See, friends, this is all happening in our mind. A wise man knows all these happenings. Otherwise, man justifies anger, desire, lust, greed, frustration, vengeance, bitterness, revenge. He justifies. A wise man casually forgives because he knows forgiveness is in our interest. See, for example, Krishna Prem has done something wrong to me. So that wrong will be having a deep wound in my mind. Now, he has done wrong and he has gone. But my mind is bleeding. The only way, the only medicine for that bleeding mind is applying a balm of forgiveness. What is forgiveness? We delete that from our mind. We no more carry that tissue paper for the whole life. See, friends, therefore, a wise man knows forgiveness is the only way when we can delete unwanted data from our system. See, for the first time when I started operating this Apple Macintosh, earlier I used to operate only Windows. And once you take Mac, you never go back. Operation with Mac and Windows is like sitting in an aeroplane and a bullock cart. Difference. There is so much of difference. So when I started for the first time, and I forgot to delete, and he know also how to delete the files and all that. Like after every lecture, a huge file is formed about 1.6, 1.7 gig. It goes and accumulating. It was filled. And then when I was adding one file, no space. I said, my God, no space. New computer. I lifted it. It's not heavy. How come no space? So what has happened? What has happened? And in that I slept. But it was going on in the mind. In the morning at 4, 5 o'clock I got up. It clicked. Maybe I had not deleted the old files. And when I deleted the old files, suddenly 37.5 gig free. Ha ha! So happy. Our mind, our hard disk is so filled with unwanted files. The only technique to delete all these files is select, shift, delete. Nothing is important of the past. No memories are worth carrying load on our mind. The net result will be we will start living in the present. When we start living in the present, life is beautiful. And then we are able to take interest in small, silly things. Those who can be happy even with silly things, they are the wise ones. And those who all the time are so serious, what is there to laugh? Then cry whole life. Spirituality is not crying. Laughing Buddha. Have you heard crying Buddha? See, friends. And this all happens with the wise man because he knows what is happening inside. And therefore, when a master says, forgive them, he is selfish. Because he knows if he doesn't forgive them, he will carry that load on his own mind. So when you remove the garbage from your house and put it on the road, are you doing a favor to the road or you are cleaning your house? That is why wise people with forgiveness cannot have the ego, I have forgiven, because they know what they have done. They have simply removed the garbage from their mind. See, friends, all these things are to be known about the operation of the mind. See, our condition is what? Because there are thoughts in our mind, we are thinkers. It is something like, in the forest, we went for a nice walk with two young girls. They made me run. So, when we went in that forest, all the trees uncultured, any tree growing anywhere, any kind of plant, just wild. You have to be very vigilant when you walk, lest you fall. And then you go to a garden. Jungle also has all kinds of trees, and the garden also has all kinds of trees. What is the difference? When we go in the jungle, we are afraid. See? But when we go in the garden, we are happy. Difference? In garden, every tree is selected, planted, pruned, taken care of. All unwanted trees, plants, weeds are culled and thrown out. In the jungle, no. Our mind is, let us find out. Yahoo! It is jungly. There is no control. What kind of thought will come when? Do we have any control over it? Non-stop, like a wildfire. A wise one is the one who has every thought selected, planted, allowed to grow and blossom into beautiful fragrance of cultured existence. Therefore, when we are in the company of great masters, we feel secured. We feel at home. We feel happy. What is the reason? Inside there is a garden. In our inside there is jungle. And wherever there is jungle, there are all wild animals. Anger, greed, passion, lust, frustration, jealousy, envy, vengeance, bitterness. See, friends, with that kind of jungle inside, how there can be peace? And a person who is not at peace with himself or herself cannot be at peace with the world. See? So when the wise man is interacting in this world, he is aware of all this. Are the thoughts healthy or unhealthy? Unhealthy thoughts are reactions of the mind. You must have seen, experience also. Sometimes we are allergic to some food or something, and when the allergy happens, there is something called as urticaria. Our body swells. That swollen body, is it called as a healthy body? Hey, you are swollen. Very healthy? No. It is a reaction of the body. It is not a healthy condition. In the same manner, when the mind comes in contact with the world, is it a healthy reaction or unhealthy? Desire, anger, greed, frustration, these are the unhealthy thoughts in the mind. Healthy thoughts are compassion, love, understanding, sacrifice, quietness, purity. Both are thoughts. The first group of thoughts is like a jungle. The second group of thoughts is like a garden. Gardens are to be maintained. Jungles happen. There was one king in India, Akbar, and he has a minister called as Birbal. These are very famous stories. And it so happened, one day the king Akbar went to forest for whatever, and he saw one tribal lady. He was, somewhere, and from there he saw one tribal lady. She delivered the baby by herself. When the time came, she sat and pulled the baby out, and with some cutting instrument which she had for cutting the plants or trees, the same she took and cut the umbilicus or that thing, and thereafter she cleaned the child, wrapped in the cloth, put it in the bag, and started working and went home. King saw that, and when he came home, his wife was pregnant. He ordered, I have seen that woman, she has delivered her baby on her own. Why the queen requires special treatment? No need. So all the servants, everything that was given to her were withdrawn. Now when this happened, poor queen says, I don't know what happened to king. Suddenly he has gone mad or what? So she called Birbal. Sir, this is what has happened. Please help me. He said, okay, don't worry. You pass an order that all the gardeners who are taking care of the garden, royal garden, should be chucked off the job, and nobody is required to go and plant or irrigate any plant. Within a week's time, when the king went in the royal garden, all the trees and plants and flower beds were dead. What happened? No, her, highness, she has ordered all the gardeners should be checked off. But then how the plants will grow here? So he comes to the queen. Why did he do that? In jungle there are many trees, nobody gardener there, nobody is taking care. Why your garden requires? See friends, jungly trees do not require any special attention. Bad thoughts, they automatically grow. The thoughts in the mind, the garden plants, they are to be selected, they are to be planted, they are to be nurtured. See, diseases come without our efforts. Health we have to maintain. It is for this purpose, satsanga is number one spiritual practice. Because what happens in satsang? Whatever is written in the scriptures in Gita, for example, it is lifted from the Gita by the teacher, born in his consciousness, and then from the consciousness it is transferred to the consciousness. Okay? But when we ourselves go and study, first of all, Sanskrit, oh God, we start with reacting. See, and therefore, wise man knows that the quality of the mind determines the ability of the mind to perceive the world. Now see the sequence. When our perceptions change, our interactions change. When our interactions change, then our experiences change. When our experiences change, the quality of our life changes. And when will our perceptions change? When our vision will change. And how the vision changes? When we expose ourselves to the divine thoughts. See? And this we have to consciously practice it. It will not just happen. See? It is not a mechanical existence. No. Wherever life has become mechanical, charm is gone. There cannot be any charm in life. See? Everything is mechanically happening. Then there is no life. It is like a machine, robots. See? Therefore, a wise man is ever alert. What is happening in the mind? When we are interacting outside, mind is at peace or not. And if the mind is absolutely at peace, he is confident. Whatever are his perception, they are perfect. He is not doubtful. See, you all must have seen or experienced also. In old age, we start losing confidence in ourselves. There used to be an old man. We used to go for a walk in the evening. So, before leaving the house, he will close himself. You don't do it. I don't trust you. You young fellows, irresponsible. He will close it. We will get down 2 floors. And after we come, he said, did I lock it properly? I said, yes, Mama, you are locked properly. No. You go and see. I said, okay, I'll go and see. No, you will not go and see. Halfway you will come down. I will go and see. But you come with me. So I will go with him. And the same lock he himself has locked. He will pull so hard. So I used to tell him, Mama, the door will come out. Lock in your hand. See, so much of doubt because they don't trust their own mind. See, friends, these are all the things to be known. See? We know everything about the world. But what is happening inside, that we do not know. A wise man knows when we forgive others, it is in our interest. Our mind is emptied of the garbage. See? Similarly, second aspect which a wise man knows is we deal with the people in this world with respectful interaction, not a disrespectful interaction. Now see what happens. We come before Lord Buddha. Now he is coolly sitting. It doesn't matter for him whether we put a garland of flowers or we just throw the garbage on him. It makes no difference to him. Difference makes to us. So when I look at the statue with respect and reverence, I experience bliss and happiness. But when I look at the same object with disrespect and disgust, I am the one who is the sufferer. Now imagine, when we come in contact with the world, whether it is a child or a grown-up person, whether it is a holy or an unholy person, whether it is a good or a criminal person, our interest is we deal with everybody with a respectful interaction. We are benefited. We are not in this world to judge anybody, to evaluate somebody, to teach somebody. See, friends, all these things keep on happening in our mind. Right from childhood, we have gone through so much of education. What not we have studied, got our degrees up to PhD. What next? The same vacuum, a big abyss of ignorance is with open mouth ready to absorb us. See, friends, therefore, here the teacher says, when the object is included in the mind, then only it exists for us. When the mind is muddy, dull-witted, perceptions are not clear. When the mind is disturbed, the perceptions are perverted. Therefore, when we come in contact with the world, we have to keep our instrument of knowledge perfect. Important. See, there was a husband and a wife. Morning time, husband took his shaving, blade and stood before the mirror, applied the whitewash, and when he was shaving, it plowed through and big cut. Oh God, these people take money and give such dirty blades. He started early morning complaining. When this happens, do you think the wife will keep quiet? She cannot, by default. She said, you start your day complaining everyone. I don't know what kind of person you are. Then he said, look here, dear, I got a cut because of this blade. What is wrong with the blade? It is perfectly all right. I have just removed it and pared the pencil of your son and fixed it back. That blade could do the paring of a pencil. It can't shave you. Is it made out of steel or what? Now, what can you talk to that lady that the sharpness required for paring a pencil has a different quality than the sharpness required for shaving? See, in the same manner, the intelligence required for dealing with the worldly people, worldly thing, worldly affairs is of a very gross nature. See, the instrument of mind required for something higher is of a different quality. Somebody is street smart. That doesn't mean he is an intelligent person to walk the spiritual path. Somebody may not be very smart in the outer world. If you see many great masters, see, Anandamayi Ma, she was not educated. This Amrita Anandamayi Ma, she is not educated. Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramam, he was not educated. Then our Raman Maharshi, at the age of 7th or 8th standard, he just left and went away. See, the instrument of mind required for something higher has this quality. It is at peace, alert and vigilant. With that mind, we study the scriptures, we understand not only the words, but what is in between the words. Then we get the right message. See? Therefore, the teacher says, look here, Arjun, first of all, you have to clearly understand only physical involvement in this world is not the ultimate. See? Therefore, he says, Durena hivaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanam anvicha krupanaha phalahetavaha. Lead your life intelligently and not intellectually. I told you the other day these two words. An intelligent person is never miserable, an intellectual person is intelligently miserable. See, we'll see the simple folks working. The other day somebody came from outside India and we were driving and he stopped. He said, excuse me, you understand English? I said, yes, I understand English. How come these people who are working here, they are able to live in such a terrible place? This happened in Varanasi. I said, you ask them. No, they don't understand English, therefore I am asking. I said, forget about you. Why worry about them? You are happy, you go ahead. No, that is my worry. My worry is, they have nothing over here, proper things, but none of them is miserable. They are all happy. What is that because of which they are happy? I said, only because they don't think. You don't think. You are intellectual. You argue about everything. See, friends. Therefore, we have to lead our life intelligently. And what is intelligent lifestyle? At any cost, our peace of mind is not at a stake. Let anything happen in the whole world. Our peace of mind should not be bargained with. See, it was this peace of mind which made Jesus a great master. See, it is this peace of mind Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi is revered as God. See, there was one person from Denmark and he was working in the royal garden here. And that time Rabindranath Tagore was awarded the Nobel Prize. So he was walking in the royal garden and he saw this young boy, 12 or 13 years of age. His name was Shunyata. And subsequently he used to call himself Shunyata. So Rabindranath Tagore, when he was walking, he saw that boy and he called him, hey, come here. And he told, why you are here? You should come to India. And when in a royal presence he was told, there was no problem of visa, this thing, that thing. Immediately he came to India, stayed with him in Shantiniketan, in his institution. After staying there for maybe for a week or two, then he left for Ramana Maharshi's ashram. And when he was in Ramana Maharshi's ashram, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi used to simply sit quiet, not a word talking to either himself or to the world. Absolutely at peace. After 3 days of continuous sitting, he was told, yes, Shunyata is the ultimate. Only these words. He got up from there and went in Himalayas in Pithoragarh near Almora. And he stayed there for a day or two, no, for 60 years. Not one word, absolutely quiet. Shunyata, he was calling himself. Shunyata means absolute void. Other than the self, nothing else is. Then Americans, wherever they go, they create problems. So some Americans happened to visit there. They were in search of some, victim. They found him. They said, why do you stay here? Your place is America. In this poor place, why you are here? So he was shifted to America. And there he said, why do you take me? I have nothing to tell you. There's nothing that I want to tell anybody. But they didn't agree, took him. And when he was staying there, they used to come and sit, and he will simply keep quiet, do some gardening, walk. One day one car came, hit him, and he died. See? Now this great master, he was absolutely at peace. We can be at peace only under one condition, when other is not recognized. Like left hand and right hand, they are two, but they are not other than each other. Therefore, when I touch my own hand, play with it, do I have to take permission? Excuse me, shall I touch you? No. The sense of otherness is not there. When the sense of otherness disappears, that experience is called as pure love. And that is why the love of the great masters is beyond our scope of understanding. See, friends, this is what the wise man knows. We have to lead our life so intelligently that our buddhi, our intellect, our mind is immaculate, pure like a mirror. A mirror reflects everything. A mirror rejects nothing. At the same time, the mirror retains nothing. Therefore, a mirror does not have a personality. A mirror does not have history. A mirror doesn't have future. A mirror is only in the present. In the same manner, the wise man lives in this world, in the utter present. When we live in the utter present, we merge with the total mind. When there is a total merger in the total mind, then intuition starts operating. Such a master does not function on cause and effect platform. Because of this things start happening. Because he is in tune with the divine, the absolute. See, friends, kripanaha phalahetavaha. But if an ignorant person has to work in this world, he is all the time thinking, what will I get if I do this thing? This one most important principle the wise and otherwise differ is, a wise man works in this world not because the world needs him, He knows it is his need. The world doesn't need us. See, like I have come over here between you, among you. I am 100% sure none of you need my presence. Then why did I come? It is my requirement. Otherwise, am I going to contemplate, reflect loudly before the walls? See, friends. And when I know it is my requirement, I will have respect and reverence for you. I will have humility in my expression. There won't be a stink of arrogance that you fools don't understand. No, friends. Wise person knows whatever he is doing, the world doesn't need us. It is our need. This we don't understand. And then we complain about our children. Children do not need us. We need the children. When we were not having children, were we happy? So it was our need that we have produced the kids. They never told us that you produce us, please, mommy. So if it is our need that we have produced them, it is our need we have to take care of them. They don't need us. Those children who don't have parents, they stop growing or what? Hey, last 35 years I am seeing you the same size. What to do, Swamiji? No parents, therefore not growing. You take this approach in life, what the wise people have. Whatever we do, the world doesn't need us. It is our need. See? And whenever we do anything out of humility and our need, we are at our best. See? You all must have gone through that experience I told you. When you are going through the immigration, that time every person is at his best. Isn't it? All the types of, question answer goes inside. If we ask this, goes on and on, and then we go and hello, how are you? Have a good day. Hey. Why? Because it is our need. If he says go back, oh God, where will I go? See? In the same manner, when we understand this, it is our need that we are good to others. It is our need that we help others. It is our need that we do whatever we are doing. It is our need that we love the whole world. See, friends, then life becomes meaningful. This is known by the wise, and therefore wise people have no complaint. Otherwise people have nothing but complaint. It happened in India. Once we are having a satsang like this, and question answer, normally I never entertain, but then I was introduced. Swamiji, she is the daughter of the governor of some state. And she was also elderly lady, 60 plus. The governor must be about 75 or like that. So, namaste. Swamiji, may I ask you a question? Now, how can I say no to that such a big lady, physically as well as everywhere? So, I said, okay, ask a question. Swamiji, why good people suffer in this world and bad people live happily? So I said, Amma, I don't know about the world. First of all, you tell me about you. You are suffering or you are happy? No, I am happy. I said, do you know the cause? See, good people, they never suffer. Those who are only onlookers, evaluating, good people suffer in this world, bad people enjoy. No, those who are really good, they never suffer in this world. They celebrate their life. See the life histories of any great masters. They were not given all the time a great respectful presence. No. Everyone has gone through turmoils which we do not know. See? Therefore, friends, it is so necessary that kripana phalahetavaha, whatever we do in this world doesn't need us, it is our need. With this attitude, we interact with the world. What is happening is, action is happening outside, but beauty is created inside. When external activities create the internal beauty, it is called as path of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is not working tirelessly, disgusting and expecting, I have done so much for them, but they don't recognize me. Then you are a slave. See? Once you understand this principle, friends, the life becomes so beautiful. This principle I learned from one Gujarati lady, old lady. Somebody's house I went. Gujarati people have got their houses kept very neat and beautiful. And when I went to their house, she was an illiterate one, doesn't know English, only Gujarati. And I know Gujarati, so I could talk to her. And she said, Swamiji, I cannot come for your lectures because you talk in English and I don't understand. I am illiterate. So when I was moving in their house, I saw, for no reason, I opened one almirah full of clothes. Each and every cloth so beautifully, perfectly folded and kept like in a shop. I said, hey, Mama, do you do this thing? Swamiji, how do you know? I said, don't ask question. Do you do this thing? Yes, I do. And I said, don't you get bored? She said, Swamiji, I enjoy it. Because it is my need. See how important it is. When she knows that when she is keeping herself occupied is something creative, it's a joy. But if we take the saying, oh God, I don't do everything, then so you take the whole thing and push inside, and every time you open, the whole thing comes out. My God, where is that, where is that, where is that? See, once we understand this principle of life, whatever we do, it is our need. It's a joy. Creativity is a joy. See? In this manner, we work outside, but the beauty is created inside. Etad buddhva buddhiman syat krita krityascha bharata. This has to be known. And when this is known, automatically our life will change. By telling it will not change. We have to come to know about it. This is what it is. In this manner, we live in this world outside, but attention is inside. That is called a Shambhavi Mudra. Shambhavi Mudra is that one. Our external activities are evaluated in terms of our evolution on the spiritual path. If we are walking the spiritual path for last 20, 30 years, and the same disgusted, frustrated, confused, angry, evaluating world, comparing, then our attempt has been like trying to pump the water on the top of the building, but not a drop is going because our pipes are leaking. In the same manner, there are some leakages, and these leakages are in terms of absence of correct knowledge about what is happening inside. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.